for a long time. Now this out of my hands, now I quit for treason. Reason is the secret. I say your head's on fire, must have lost your head. Yeah. All the other kids with the fun gun, teach you better run, better run. I'll run my gun. All the other kids with the fun gun, teach you better run, better run. Faster than my bullet. All the other kids with the fun gun, teach you better run, better run. I'll run my gun. All the other kids with the fun gun, teach you better run, better run. Faster than my bullet.
All right. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Morgan Heitzma here, Director of Technology and Innovation for the Experience Brokerage Network. And I'm so excited to be coming to you today on this Wednesday morning study hall. So we have study hall every Wednesday at 10 a.m. So for those of you who are looking to get ahead of the game when it comes to your KW command system, or if you're just wondering what any new topics or new categories or features within the command system is available. So this is a 1-hour class just for you guys. The main point is you get a vote for the topics of discussion today. So again, every Wednesday you're going to be able to vote for what we discuss here today. So again, so thankful to have you guys here. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So it looks like what we first have here today is we have our smart plans. So we didn't get to our smart plans last Wednesday, so I thought it was only right, only fitting to start off there and pick up the class, right? And then seeing as how we have, there wasn't very many votes that came in today, so I'm just going to chalk that up to you guys are doing well over there in command land. So what I did is I added a couple extra extra icons here for us that we haven't covered yet. So that's going to be our tasks after smart plans. We're also going to dive into our reports. And if we have time, we will dive into our referrals. So it looks like the past two classes, we couldn't quite make it to our fourth topic, but I'll do my best here today to cover all of those here for you. All right. Are you guys ready to jump right in? Let's do this. So first what we're going to do is we're going to make our way to our KW command system. So it's going to be agent.kw.com. And again, this is going to work the best on the Google Chrome browser. So if you are using Safari or Internet Explorer, you may come into a web page or two that will give you that forever spinning wheel or just won't load correctly or won't give you certain features or options. So we first like to say that the Google Chrome browser is going to be the best browser to use when navigating your KW command platform. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and make our way to agent.kw.com. And you'll get greeted with this login screen right here. And this login screen, it just takes your KW username and password. So it's generally the first letter of your first name followed by your last name. If it's a pretty common combination, you may have a number associated at the end. Now, fear not, if yours has your full first name and full last name, you are able to change this within your MyKW profile, but generally it's your first letter of your first name followed by your last name. And then enter in your password, and then go ahead and click sign in here, and this should take you into your KW command system. Now, once we navigate inside of here, we did cover, some of these topics here, so I'm not going to dive too deep into anything other than these four topics here, okay? So, again, if you're looking for any other specific topics, please come back next Wednesday and vote for that topic, and we should be able to have that live in class for you. So first what we're going to do is we're going to make our way to our smart plans here. So on our smart plans, if we click on the red KW square in the top left-hand corner, we'll give this a click here. it'll give you a drop down. And we're going to make our way to Smart Plans here. It's going to be the fourth from the top. Now, think of Smart Plans as very similar to campaigns, but in a very specific group of people, right? So Smart Plans are automated triggers where you're able to set up your day-to-day activities if you know that it's going to be a constant activity that you're doing for every agent all the time. You should be able to set that up on a Smart Plan to have that workload be automated for you, through the command system. So what I mean by that is 36 touch is a great example. If you want to set your clients up on a 8x8 or a 36 touch, you can do that automatically here. So before I get too ahead of myself, I'm just going to go ahead and click on this red KW square and show you guys again where we're at. It's going to be Smart Plans right here. And once you give that a click, you get taken to this Smart Plans page. Now, on the Smart Plans page, here's all those Smart Plans that you currently have right here. And now, if this is blank, don't worry. We'll cover this here in a moment. But what we should focus up top here is this top section above this gray bar, okay? So first and foremost, in this blue banner, it lets me know that my Twilio is not set up. That's perfectly fine. I don't personally use Twilio myself, but it does let you know that if you wanted to send or receive messages, like text messages, automated, you will need to set up Twilio, and you can subscribe to Twilio through the marketplace. So I'm just going to X out this this blue bar right here, just so we can kind of focus on these two top sections. So what we have here is we have our Smart Plans title right here, and right next to it you have your Smart Plans and the Smart Plans library. So basically what you're doing is you're going to be taking the Smart Plans from the Smart Plan library and putting them into your own personal library, okay? And then once you put them into your own personal library, then you'll be able to edit them, add contacts to them, and things like that. So what we have here is, let's go to the full screen. What we have here is my Smart Plans and then our library. If I click on library right here, you'll start to see all of these different Smart Plans that you can add to your Smart Plans and be able to edit them and use them. Now, it really does a great example of giving you a definition of what the Smart Plan does. So inspired by Nick Waldner, the Smart Plan will remind you to touch your database with a phone call, social media touch, and handwritten note or text. So if this sounds like something that you would use in your business, this may be a great Smart Plan that we can go ahead and we can click Add Smart Plan, and we can give it a name. And once I hit download right here, it'll download that specific Smart Plan, the 555, and move it over into my Smart Plans right here. As you see, it says my 555. So now I'm able to go over here and I can edit the Smart Plan, or I can add a contact to it. Now, I'm going to edit a Smart Plan here in a second, but this is how you add individual Smart Plans from the library into your Smart Plans here. Another note when it comes to the Smart Plans library, they also show you how many agents are using the Smart Plan, what the agents have rated the Smart Plan as, 1 through 5. It also lets you know how many steps are in the Smart Plan and how many touches, as well as days the Smart Plan runs for. So really cool. And then they also have these options where it's free. I think in the future they may have the ability for you to be able to purchase Smart Plans as well. So again, I moved this 555 over to my Smart Plans. As we see, we have 0 contacts that are currently added to the Smart Plan. It was created today. The duration is 3 months. And within the 3 months, the contact gets touched 3 times. So it sounds like it's a once a month Smart Plan. Now let's jump in and let's edit this Smart Plan. I know I jumped in here a minute ago, but let's jump in here and edit this Smart Plan. What you see on the left-hand side is everything that makes up this smart plan. What is this plan going to do for your contacts? So first and foremost, we have a trigger event. So this is really cool. This is if you set your contacts up with tags, the moment somebody gets tagged as a certain label, it'll coincide with your smart plan triggers. So if I click add trigger event, you'll see the categories contacts. We're only able to add trigger events to contacts right now, and the contact tag. So what it says is this smart plan is going to search through your database and see who is tagged out as what. And when they get tagged as such, they will be sent over to this smart plan here, and it'll begin that 90-day duration with those 3 touches. So that's how you can choose a trigger right here. And this will say, this will start your smart plan when the tag is added to a contact. So just note that if you have tags, it won't pick up your prior tags, only here moving forward. All right, so once we've created our trigger event right here, we can scroll down, and our 555, this is auto-generated for us. This is one that we pulled through the library. Our 555, it consists of a call, a delay, a task, a delay, a task, a delay, and then it restarts. So, so this is what's going to happen and what's going to be sent to your contact. So first, the moment somebody gets added to the smart plan, you're going to call first name. So it'll auto-generate the contact's first and last name that you have in your database. And when they're tagged out as a specific trigger event, they'll start to say, call John Smith, call, Sally May, and then right down here, your task description is, it'll just give you a little bit more context into what it's wanting you to do. So you're going to get a task. It's going to say, call Morgan Heitzma. And in the description, it says, call Morgan at this phone number. Do not leave a voicemail. Just connect with them. So so now when this task comes in, when I'm ready, all I have to do is just read this, and I'll call Morgan, and I won't leave a voicemail. I'll try and connect with them. Now, once that's over, this smart plan has set a 30-day delay, which means we're going to pause this smart plan for 30 days, and then we're going to pick it back up. So we pause this, we set this delay. You can set this delay up to 30 days, so it can be from 1 day to 30 days. And if you need longer than that, we'll just pull another delay right below it, so 30, 60, 90, things like that. Now, when we have create a task, this is just going to be a task for you, again, to connect with your contact. So connect with Morgan Heitzma on social media. So now I need to go, and I'm going to get another task in 1 month to connect with this contact on social media. And again, you have that description. Interact with Morgan on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, by liking their recent posts and commenting with an interrogative bonus points if you get them to like and respond to your comment. So you have another 30 days right here, which they're going to set another delay, and then you're going to get another task to send a handwritten note to this person. So so this is what an automated smart plan would start to look like for you guys. So really, the name of the game when it comes to smart plans is think of your specific groups, your new contacts, your haven't mets, your past clients, things like that. Start to categorize these groups up, and then once you build this smart plan, take some time to build these smart plans first, because you'll see that once you set up a really good foundation for your smart plan, all you necessarily have to do is add your contact to it, and then just maintain and monitor that smart plan. It'll do the rest for you. It'll start sending you a task that you need to complete for that contact. It'll start sending automated things on your behalf to that contact and things like that. So, so again, be creative. So as we scroll up here, if we're like this, this smart plan, we think that it's pretty good, we can complete it. This last thing down below, I forgot to mention, you have a restart smart plan, which I love this. Once your smart plan is done, there's an option to restart this smart plan, and this smart plan is unlimited amount of time. So, which means every 90 days, this smart plan is going to restart, and then give you another 90 days of the same task, and then restart, and then restart. So if I like this, I can click save right here. I can also add a contact to it. So if you see that right here, right next to the save button, you have this this contact with a plus button right next to it. Here you'll be able to add your contacts. Now, this is why I always kind of stress on why it's important to tag your contacts out, because what you'll start to notice here is everything's going to be very easily identifiable by that contact tag. So instead of searching for 40 individual contacts to add to this smart plan, all I necessarily have to do, as long as my database is tagged out, all I have to do is search by tag. So I have to say, searching by 20 tags is going to be way easier than searching by 500 or 1,000 contacts. So all I have to do is say, I'm just going to do my Valentine's Day people. Looks like I don't have anybody tagged out. Let's go up to my executive team. I'll click my executive team here, and my contacts who are tagged as my executive team will show up here. All I have to do is select all and then add to smart plan. So that's how easy it can be once you start to stack and layer up your different tools. Now let's go back here a moment. I'm going to jump back over here. I'm going to back out of this smart plan. So this was a pre-generated smart plan that we've added from the library. Again, guys, please take your pick, search through here. There's so many smart plans. There's tons and tons and tons of smart plans. You can even search for a smart plan name. So if you're thinking, I'm looking for like a 36 touch, I can write 36 right here, and then it'll start to filter out all the 36 touches. So here you'll be able to really search for any smart plans. Before you create a smart plan yourself, maybe search through your library and see if somebody has already created one or has gotten you about halfway there that you can add onto their smart plan. Now, if you're looking to create a smart plan from scratch, right? So I just want to create a brand new smart plan. I want to mess around. I want to see what kind of features and options I have. We can do that by clicking on this top right section right here. We can click on create. We'll give it a plan name. So again, this is just going to be for you to easily identify this smart plan. I'll just write test right here. And then once you create a title, you'll get taken to this blank smart plan page right here. So again, it looks very similar to that other smart plan that we had before. But let me go through and show you how to add and build out a individual smart plan, okay? So first and foremost, we cannot choose a trigger yet. We'll have to do this at the end. So let's start to build out our smart plan. So let's think about this for a second. The moment I get a contact added to the smart plan, what do I want to do? Now, if you're in the chat box below, go ahead and shout out some smart plan actions that you would like to see added, and I'll do my best to try and incorporate them. But to get the ball rolling here, I'm going to choose send an email. So first and foremost, when I add somebody to a smart plan, they're going to get an email from me. I'll just write hello. I'm going to keep it simple. And in this email section right here, you have a number of different options. So this is my reply to email address. You can change this if this does not look correct for you. You can see right here, you can change this in your settings by going to your settings, and then click manage on your command email. So let me see. Let me open up a new link here. Let me show you where you can find that. So I'm in my settings right here. I'll scroll down to where I see command email, and when I click manage right here, you should be able to choose or add any other email addresses or sender names. So this is how you'd be able to save those changes and have them reflect over on your smart plan right here. But this looks fine. It has my correct email. But as we start to scroll down below here, we have our email type. And in our email type, we have our simple and our designs. So this is where we can start to be creative here. Do I just want to create a simple text email out? So we can send a simple text out. We can bold it. We can underline right here, and so on. So we can write a standard email out. We can also add links to it. So we can add a link to our, let's see here. We can add a link to our text and so on. So here, again, you'll be able to create a very simple email to your contacts here. Now, if you're looking to create something a little bit more flashy, a little bit more creative, what we also have is we have our design section right here. And here in our design section, it's actually going to take us to be able to choose an email template to replace this text right here. So if I click on designs, you'll see it says email content, select design. So I'll go ahead and I'll select design right here. And here you'll have a number of different email templates to choose from. Now, if you are on our, I think it was on our first or second study hall, we went over the email templates. Now, again, please reference back if you guys are looking for more information on how to create these email templates. And you can also vote it up for next study hall as well. But these are KWRI templates that are pre-made templates. You also have my design templates, which are templates that I'm currently working on right now. But what we can do is we can choose a KWRI template. I'll just choose this close one up here. It'll take you to the email template page where you'll be able to customize and edit it to fit your smart plan. So again, it has placeholders. It does have some broken links right here. Don't be afraid of that, because if I click this eyeball on what the preview is actually going to look like, it should have those there for you. So again, when in doubt, just click on this eyeball right here, and it should show you what it kind of looks like. And last but not least, one final thing on your email template is on our options, you can always send a test email to yourself. This is that true view of what your contacts are going to be seeing. So let me jump out of here. And I'm going to jump back into my test right here. I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to click that send email. And then I'm just going to stick with the simple design. Well, actually, let me choose this a design that I was currently working on already. Let me choose this one. Okay, got it. This pop-up that it said, that I skipped over really quickly, said, any changes you make to this specific email template is going to reflect changes across the board. So just think of it as this is the only email template that you're changing and editing. So if you change it, if you're using a campaigns email template and you change it to fit a smart plan, just know that you are also changing that email, that campaign email. So I'll hit save and exit right here. Once you hit save and exit and you configure your email, it should apply to your smart plan right here. So next what I'm going to do is, so when I add a contact to the smart plan, first they're going to get this email, and then I'm going to set a delay. On the right-hand side, we have all of our tools that we can add to our smart plan. So I'm going to set a delay right here, and I'm going to set this to be 14 days. So I'm going to set a 2-week delay, and then I'm going to make a phone call. And then again, make a phone call. I'll do it on day 15 will be today, right? So not this day that I'm creating the smart plan, but on day 15 will be due today. You know, it can also have due in 3 days, 5 days, up to 2 weeks. But here we'll call our contact first name and then our task description. So I'll just write gather more info. And if you guys didn't see what I did right here, it's just something to keep in mind is you have these little things they're like fields right here. They're just like automated fields right next to your drop down. It has an F with these little squigglies around it. If we click this right here, it'll auto-populate that contact who's associated with the smart plan, so you don't have to do it. So what it says right here, and when your smart plan comes through, it'll say call task name. I was right. Call contact first name. So call Morgan, and so on. There we go. So, and then I'm gonna wait another 2 weeks. Gonna set a delay, 14 days, and then I'm gonna create a task. And this task is just going to be a non-touch task. So this is just going to be a task to remind myself to gather some more information on the back end, right? I can do a touch task, which would be like reach out to the contact. Non-touch would be if I'm doing something else. So let's do a non-touch, and I'll just write add to social media. And then again, if I want to be fancy, I can click this little F with a squiggly. I can do contact first name, contact last name. So now I'll say add Morgan Heitzma to social media, and so on. So we'll set this delay one more time. Well, I think we'll be good. I think I'll remove this right here, and to remove, you just click on these buttons right here. You can click delete. And then you can also move these up and down. So if I want to bring this delay below my task, I can click this move down, and my delay will move down right here. Now what we have here is we have a couple other really cool smart plan tools. And we've already noticed one of them, which was the Restart Smart Plan. So when I really like this plan, I can just restart it as many times as I want. I can restart it from up to 6 times or unlimited amount of times, where it'll just keep going in a circle. What we also have here is another really cool tool, and it's a Add to Smart Plan tool right here. So if I click Add to Smart Plan right here, when this smart plan is done, when this contact has run through this entire smart plan, we actually have the option to send them to another smart plan. So now I can actually send them to that 555 database touch. So it will just continue down the line. So once you guys get really good at this, what you could really do is you could have a number of different smart plans that really flow into each other all year round. So you can spend more time doing what you love and engaging with those connections and building those relationships and showing those houses and not having to work with those day-to-day activities. So again, keep in mind, think of this as a digital admin in a sense. So all right, jumping back over here, I think I'm gonna leave it where it's at right here on the smart plans. If you guys have any other questions at all, please let me know. I'm here to help. And again, if you guys want any more in-depth training, we can always revisit any of these topics next Wednesday or at any other study hall. All right, what's next on the list? Okay, so next on the list is going to be tasks right here. So I'm just going to discard my smart plan right here. It's perfectly fine. But let's go to our tasks. I'm going to make my way back to the home page just so we can reorient ourselves. And if I click on the red KW square in the top left-hand corner, we're going to make our way to tasks right here. So we talked a little bit about tasks within our smart plans, but let's dive a little bit deeper into what these tasks are and how you can apply them to your business to make your day-to-day a little bit easier. So we're going to click on tasks. It's going to be third from the top. And when we get to tasks here, ignore everything in the gray. These are just all samples here. But up at the top here, above the gray, is very similar to those smart plans, okay? So right here we have contact tasks, and we also have opportunity tasks. So I believe opportunity task is the newer of the two. So if you run into any technical bugs or if it seems a little limited, just keep in mind that that is one of the newer features that should be getting built out and a little bit more robust as time moves on. But we'll stick with our contact tags right here. As you see, it's a little bit more built out. Tasks to do, completed, archived, and expired. And they really do a great job of organizing these tasks up. Sometimes I get asked, Morgan, if I don't do a task or if I forget to do a task, where does it go? Does it just disappear? Well, actually, it stays with you. So it says show my tasks for, and then you actually have a drop down right here. The way that they organize tasks are from future, present, past. Okay. So so right here it says show my task for today. If I click on this drop down, it'll say today, past due, next 7 days, next 30 days, past 7 days, past 30 days, all time. Okay? So right here is the very top is your today. So this is what's recent. The next two are going to be what's past due and what's coming due. And then they give you a little future view of what's coming in the next 30 days. And then they also give you like past due 30 days and 7 days. You also have your all time as well. So I can click on show my tasks for all time. As you see, I only have a few tasks here. But this is how you organize your tasks. So if you ever lose any tasks or you're wondering where they go, just check this drop down right here, show my tasks for, and you should be able to see all of your other tasks. Now, let's create a task, okay? It's the only blue button up here. So top right-hand corner, we'll go ahead and create new task right here. And when we click this, it's very easy, okay, guys? So so what you have is the task name. Okay, so give this a name, so which is what do you want it to remind you to do, okay? So we saw this a little bit in our SmartPlans where we were able to say call blank, right? So all right, call Morgan or add to social media. And then in our description right here, we can write an in-depth description, right? So add to social media is pretty broad. So what I can say is I can be more descriptive. I can say so admin tagged contacts out to specific social media, right? So say if you were working with somebody and they took their time to add tags to social media, what we can do is we can go ahead and cross-reference those or so on, right? Pretty bad example, seeing as how they're already tagged, but that's just to go to show you, you know, or add everyone who's tagged on past clients, add their social media, right? Add social media to all the tags that are referenced for Thanksgiving, you know, and so on. So so this is how you could be a little bit more descriptive on your tasks. You can also add a hyperlink right here too. So I just copy this hyperlink. I can add it right here. And when the task comes due, let's write sample task right here. Once the sample task comes due, then it'll also give me a hyperlink. Now down here below, I can click cancel or create, but I can also associate certain contacts to this task as well, okay? So again, a great example is I didn't say who I was looking to add to social media, right? But I can do so here. So in my contacts, I can click here, and I can, if I'm part of a team, it'll let you be able to click your drop down for your team. I'm going to use my personal here, and I'm just going to use my Morgan Heitzma sample. And I can associate contacts. So now with this new task right here, I don't have to guess who I'm adding my social media to, or I have to look right here and it'll show my assigned contact. So I'll create task right here. And as you see right here, it says add to social media. So if I ever want to come here and look at my tasks for the day, I can click on, whoops, that's just the contact. I can click on the title of the task, and it should give me a description, due date, and then that hyperlink that I added. Another great thing is when you start to build these tasks out, it starts to declutter your mind, so you don't have to worry and think about, again, those day-to-day activities. It really paired with your tasks, paired with like your opportunities and building out an opportunity checklist. You're literally going into your command database and just checking what you have to do for the day. So that's what I really want for us to really get to the point is we have everything set up and dialed in where we just have to jump into command for the day to see what we need to do next. So so that's my big goal and big vision for us, hopefully towards the next coming year. But as we jump in right here, I just want to show you, I'm going to divert just a second here. I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm going to make my way to the home page, and you'll also see that you'll have your tasks right here on your home page. If you don't see this, on the top right, we have Customize Home, where our tasks will be right here, where we can actually drag. If our tasks are a little bit lower down below, we can drag them up to the top, hit Apply, and you should see your tasks populate here. So now every day that I sign into command, I know exactly what I'm doing without even having to navigate from the home page. So I'm getting back to the task section right here. Pretty self-explanatory. You have your completed, archived, and expired as well, okay? So say if I wanted to delete the sample task right here, I can archive it, and it should show up in my archived right here. So expired as well. So if you have any things that have expired, right? So I set up a smart plan with a quarterly call with Kate, which I never did, and then it just ended up dropping off and expiring. And then again, of course, you have your completed. So here you can view all of your completed. But more often than not, you should probably be on your tasks to do, which would show you your full task. You can also snooze. So if you're not quite ready to do this task yet, you can also hit the snooze button right here, and I can snooze it for about a week. And there you go. So that's about how tasks kind of work. Pretty easy, self-explanatory. If you guys have any questions at all, shoot them in the chat box down below. All right, moving onward here. So we have reports. So for those of you who are familiar with the CGI or Career Growth Initiative or the CGI calculator, they actually did a really good job of incorporating that here inside of command. So for those of you who are new, who have no idea what I'm talking about, the next place that we're going to go in our reports is really going to be a breakdown of showing you basically numbers and things like that. But also within our reports, we have a section where we can set up our goals for the year. And these goals really help us stay on track to know if we're going to be able to meet, hit, or exceed our expectations. So let's go ahead. I'm going to click on the red KW square, and I'm going to make my way down to reports right here. It's going to be fourth from the bottom. Now, inside reports here, what you will see is the dashboard. So it just gives you a database overview here. You also have other menu options up top here. So we have our dashboard. We also have reports, goals, lead routing, emails, and texts and calls. So let's start off with where we're at here, the dashboard. So right here, what this dashboard shows us is our total records. So our total records is 136. Our number of contacts is 134, and we have 2 leads. So what this is saying right here. So what this is saying right here is that we have 134 contacts as well as 2 leads, which equal 136 total records, if that makes sense. And so in these total records right here, I'll scroll down a little bit, and you'll see that that we also have our database health. Now, in our database health right here, you'll also notice that in our database health, you'll also notice that that we have these little circles right here. So we have phone number, email, address, neighborhoods, home anniversary, and birthdays. So our score is about 81.78%. And this database health score really depends on how much information you have on your contacts. So 0 to 49% of my contacts, and then 50 to 100% for me. Oh, sorry. We also have our comparables as well. So if you want to compare with others in your production bracket, in your market center, things like that to see where your database health score stacks up, we can click this compare button right here. And it gives you a drop-down option as well as a gray bar. So so again, I can click agents in my market center. So I can view what's my database health score look compared to other agents in my market center, other agents in my state, all agents, or even agents in my production bracket. You have a couple other production brackets. You have agents in top production brackets and the bracket above mine. But this is what you can compare your health score to others. Now, down here below, you also have your database activity score. Just because you have information on your contact doesn't necessarily mean that you've been keeping in contact with them and reaching out and building those relationships. Now, that's what you'll typically see right here in this database health score. So here, again, since I use this really for examples, you'll see that that my database activity score is really below what we're wanting it to be. We really want a big majority of the percentage to be in the green. And as you see, as you start building relationships with your database and keeping top of that mind share, you'll start to see that this red bar will start to grow green. At any point, if you start to see it go back down to red, just know that may be an indication that you should be probably reaching out to your database and engaging a little bit more. Again, they have green, yellow, orange, and red. Green means you've reached out within the last 0 to 30 days. Yellow is 30 to 60 days. Orange is 60 to 90 days. And red is 90 and more. Okay, so if it's been 3 or more months since you've reached out to people in your database, chances are you may not be top of mind share anymore. And last but not least, we can also compare this as well. So again, same with our comparables up top here on our database health score. We can also compare to other agents in different brackets. We can also filter this by text message, email, calendar, note, call, and meeting. But I just keep it open just for the sake of example of all-inclusive contact. Now there's one section that I missed up top here, and this is our last update. So this shows you when your reports have been updated last. You also have your sources right here. So again, this will show you what your sources are from your contacts or your database. Since most of mine were imports, you probably won't see too much going in the form of anything else. But typically they should show you a bracket of what contacts are coming in and what those sources are from. All right, jumping over here. So that's pretty much the reports dashboard in a nutshell. Let's go in and jump into our actual report section. So it's a little confusing. So our icon's called reports, but this is just the reports dashboard. We actually have a full reports section right here as well. So if I go ahead and give this a click right here, this should show you more of your transactional side of what's going on. So like how many how many opportunities you have, potential probable income, as well as your commissions. So so as we see here, again, mine's probably not going to reflect the best and the most accurate way, just because I only use this for teaching purposes. So since I'm not a real estate agent, if my numbers are a little wonky, please forgive me. But as you see right here, it shows you down the list what your volume and average time in these categories are. So so again, in our opportunity phase, in cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, and close, you'll see that this is the amount of volume that I have in my appointments right now. The average time is about 4 days. In active, this is what I have, 27 days, and under contract, 19 days, and so on. So again, this is just for the listing side right here. They broke it up into the listing and then the buyer side. So as we scroll down right here, you'll also see the same sort of information reflect, only for the buyer opportunity side. So as I scroll up here, you also have a drop down. So show opportunities report. If I give this a click, you also have your database report and your goals report. So let's go ahead and let's do database report first. So this should give you a little bit more broader view into what that dashboard was kind of showing you. So as you see right here, my database records are 136. My health score is 83%. Total contacts 134 with 2 leads. So 134 plus 2 equals 136 database records. Down below, you have your activities. So total activities, total SmartPlans, total emails, texts, and so on. Since, again, my database consists of real estate agents, you probably won't see me populate too much right here. I don't want to send you guys any junk or spam. But you will see those start to populate right here. Total text sent out, total notes added, and so on. So you also have the drop down, right? So this is just for today. If I go year to date right here, it should show a little bit more. So total emails, total activities, and so on. Total meetings. So here should reflect a little bit more. Lead sources, again, is shown on today. We can move year to date, and it should show you a little bit more information. Leads are already on year to date, so you should see that full view right there. But again, of course, you can also swap that over to your month to date as well. So jumping right back over, what we also have is our goals section right here, okay? So our database review, sorry, I also have a drop down year to date and month to date. So again, if you're looking at month to date versus year to date, you can also swap that on your database overview. And then our opportunities report. Oh, wait, not our opportunities report, but our goals report. So our goals report, this is really what I was talking about briefly when we were jumping in here. You're actually able to set up your yearly goals. How much do I want to make at the end of the year? And what does it take to be able to get to that number? So we actually have that right here for you. So our goals report breaks down all of that information. And in a minute here, I'll show you how to actually set this up. But in our overview, profit, this is what I want to make. My cost of sales, this is how much my cost of sales and operating expenses. And this is my GCI right here. So this is what I'm looking to get. You also have your year-to-date, month-to-date. Down here, your goal name. You'll also have your GCI, profit, closed units, and so on. So this shows me how much I'm at currently and how much percentage I'm towards my goal, okay? So your goal progress, if you're looking to see how far you are to reaching your goals, they should populate right here. Conversion rate right here. Again, I believe I set these conversion rates all up myself, so these should all remain the same. These shouldn't fluctuate. But yeah, so this right here, your report section, goals progress. This is how you'll be able to really view what's going on. Again, year to date, month to date. Another really cool thing is it shows you when it's captured. So captured on 4/28/21 at 10:22. I can actually export this report as well. And look, it actually comes up with this nice report for me. and I can export as a PDF or CSV file. A CSV is going to be your spreadsheet. PDF is going to come looking like very much like this right here. So I'll click PDF. I'll give this a click right here, and as you see, this is what should populate. Now, how do we set up these goals right here? So let's go ahead and we'll jump into our goals. And again, keep in mind, we're only in the reporting section of the goals prior. This is how we will actually be able to set up our goals and be able to kind of view a little bit broader, a little bit more specific into our goals here, goals versus actuals. So first and foremost, again, here's the title. Across from the title, you should see something similar to 2021 goals or the current year that it's on right here. So I have 2021 goals. You also have 2022 goals if you're looking to set out your goals for 2022. You also have goal setting. We'll get to that here in a second. But in our goals versus actual, you have color coded for lead gen, listing, buyers, and comparables. Since I don't have any percentages that are filled in, you won't see that color. But as you see right here, look, it does show those colors right here on this side right here once I hover over it. So you should start to see those populate a little bit more accurate. Right down below, you'll see that my monthly goal, this is my monthly goal. Right here, 39 closed units. Out of 39 closed units, how many do I need under contract? I need 43 under contract in order to get 39 closed units. And then you work your way backwards. So as we scroll down here, we have profit tracker, okay? So profit tracker, we have this month and this year. Again, I'd say profit tracker would be probably good to view on a monthly basis, and then generally on your yearly view. Right here you have your estimated month-to-date profit, and this is my profit goal, my monthly profit goal, 83,000. And right here you have your breakdown. So right here, what are the activities that I'm doing in order to get this monthly profit right here, or this many leads? So as it says, it shows that I send more emails out than anything else. Next comes neighborhood searches, and then one-on-one meetings, and then other. And if you hover over your other, it should show you a little bit more information on what that other has in store for you. So it has notes, calls, Twilio, SmartPlans calendar, and favorite listings. Now here's our conversion rate right here. So and I set all of this up. So I said there's about a 3% probability of closing on a deal if I just have a lead. But if I turn that lead into a contact, it jumps up to an 8%. When I engage in that contact and start building relationships, and we start setting appointments, then it jumps up to about 25%. And so on and so forth. So this is how it would normally be jumping into from leads to close. And then last but not least, you have your GCI goal breakdown right here. So this has your profit goal, your cost of sales, and your operating expenses. So again, this shows you, is my cost of sales a little too high? Is my operating expenses a little too high? And so on. So is my profit goal, too low? So here you'll be able to actually see that in a pie chart, and be able to view it a little bit easier in reference to each other. So scrolling up here, I did have show all listings, show all buyers. You have this month or this year. And then I want to show you our goals setting button. So this is actually a Kelly guide right here. So if I give this goal setting button a click right here, it should take us to a new page, Kelly Guides goal setting. And in this Kelly guide, it should do a fantastic job of holding your hand through all the steps that you need to take in order to set up your goals for the year. So highly, highly encourage you to do this today if you have not already. And then again, halfway through the year, it's always great to come back here and reassess your goals, reevaluate, and change them accordingly. But what you see right here, right above, you have a timeline. You have set your goals, set your conversion rates, review, and then you're pretty much done. So let's go through that. So let's get started here. So on the left-hand side, these are going to auto-configure based off of what you put in the right-hand column, okay? So on the right-hand column, it says, what year are you setting up your goals for? It just says 2021. Once we get towards the end of the year, it may unlock for that 2022 for you. But so far, you only have this year. And then it says, what is your 2021 annual profit goal? How much would you like to make at the end of the year? An amount of profit your business earns before taxes and after subtracting cost of sales and operating expenses, okay? So before taxes, after operating expenses. So I just put it standard. I wanted to make $1 million before taxes, after operating expenses. And then I just put in some random numbers here. So $750,000 each for my expenses and my cost of sales. When we come back down here, and then your expenses and cost of sales really these are approximate, right? So, but try and get as close as you can to reflect your business in the most accurate way. So when you're going through these months and seeing these goals, they reflect the truest to your business. Okay. Next, you have your business makeup. What does your business consistently make up of? Are you listing heavy? Are you buyer heavy? And so on. So I can take a guess on what you guys are, but I think I want you guys to tell me. Tell me in the comments below. Right now in 2021, are you listing heavy or are you buyer heavy? Should be no surprise, but really looking forward to seeing what you guys' answers are. But I put 30 on the listing, 70 on the buyer side, and then here's our average commission per unit. So again, I just try to split it across the board. Obviously, this is not going to be 50-50 down the side because listings, you have to do a lot more promotion and things like that. So that commission is not going to be a split evenly down the board, or it all depends on how you like to run your business. So when we hit next right here, next it just asks you, what's your percentage when you move from one phase to another, okay? So when a lead comes in and people show an interest, they click on your ad or they add their information to your website, chances are you probably have about a 3, if you do absolutely nothing from that point onward, you probably have about a 3% probability of closing on that deal, right? Or at least for me. But once I actually turned that into a contact and I started holding two-way conversations and start building relationships, it more than doubles to about 8%. And then it more than doubles again once we scheduled meetings and so on. So what we want to do on the right-hand side is we just want to reflect these percentages. And again, you may have to come back here and adjust accordingly. Within the next few months, so you can actually start to see and view what that percentage is like on your conversions. But very easy to do. Just go over here and just choose a percentage. What's the probability of closing on the deal if they were in this section right here? And as you see, under contract to pending, it has about 90%. Then we just hit save and continue right here. And at that point, we're pretty much done for setting up our goals. So this is what we have. We have a what's next, and usually just tries to take us into like other sort of things that might relate to our Kelly guide, like go to reports, go to SmartPlans, and the command home screen. Since we were on our reports before, I'll just click view my reports. And as you see, we're back to our goals here. So pretty nifty. Now I set up my 2021 goals. The only thing that really kind of takes a little bit of time is just figuring out those numbers and operating expenses and things like that. But once you do that, you set it up, and then all you have to do is just follow and keep track and make sure you're hitting your numbers. Very, very easy. Another thing that you can just take out of your brain, stick onto command so you don't have to think about it. All you have to do is come back and check it out. We have lead routing right here. This should show you where your lead routing is going. Again, I don't have a very great example to show you because since I'm not an agent with active lead routing, I don't have that. But I will get a good example or a good take command in 2-minute video for you to really explain this lead routing section right here for you, okay? Next, we have our emails. So what's cool is command email, you get 5,000 free email sends per month. In your reports section here, under emails, you are actually able to see how many emails went out, how many were opened, how many were clicked, replied to, undelivered, unsubscribed, and marked as spam. So I just want to give you a full disclosure here. This is a question that I get quite a bit. We are not currently able to see who has opened, clicked, replied, or undelivered, right? Or unsubscribed. We're only able to see the percentage of such, okay? So just keep in mind what that's like, okay? So I'm under the impression that they're going to build this out a little bit more robust. However, just keep in mind right now, this is kind of just at a glance of what's going on. It's not who. So, again, you have your month, so we can go back into our month view. Who in February, you'll see that that one person replied, one undelivered, one open, and then 0 down the board. The best way to use this metric system, I like to say is, let me jump back here to April. I like to say open and clicked are more of that positive. Unsubscribed, marked as spam is more of that negative. And then replied and undelivered is neutral, right? So all depends on what they say in that reply. But this would typically be a great way to kind of just eyeball like what's going on your metrics. And then last but not least, you have text and calls right here. So what you see right here is once you are set up with Twilio, you have your credit. You can always upgrade your credit as well. But on Twilio here, what you will see is a timeline of your usage. So 0 credits used. Here's your credit limit right here. And then again, just a quick way to see where you're at on your credit limit so you don't go over. It also lets you know right here SMS messages as well as text picture messages right here. Picture messages are cost more credits than text messages. But you can always go to upgrade plan. It should take you to the marketplace where you're able to kind of view and see what takes credits and what doesn't take credits, okay? So as I scroll down right here, you should be able to read all of these bits of information and see what these credits include. So, and I think that's about it on our reports. So, as it sits right here, okay, it looks like we're 3 study halls for 3 right here. For missing the fourth one. I'll do my best to maybe I'll rearrange this study hall and maybe only do the top 3 topics just to make sure that we stay within the hour. But again, of course, we'll pick up the referrals next Wednesday at 10 a.m. If you guys like this class, please let me know below. Let me know what you think, if you like it, if you have any suggestions. There's a suggestion box on KW Tech Help where you're watching this, okay? So throw out suggestions. Let me know what you like and what you don't like and what you want to see more of. All right, you guys. I just want to thank you so much again for giving me the time. I'll see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m.